Okay, guys and girls, thanks very much for watching again. It's our, 14th? 15th episode. Di ko alam paano kami tumagal ng 15 episodes. But we still don't have a sponsor. So, hopefully magkaroon. But anyway, we are so blessed to have our, shall I say, our mom and dad of San Juan here in our midst. And I'm really happy that you both agreed. We have in our midst Mayor Zamora and his wife, Keri. So, Mayor, thank you very much for accepting.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Hans, for having us. And we're very excited to be part of your show. And it's time for King Panda Talks.
So, this whole, when I first pitched the idea to Mayor, sabi ko, let's talk about, your relationship and how you guys manage your time, manage your relationship. You have 3 kids.
4.
4.
4 kids.
Tapos, your eldest is going to college soon.
She's
Ano?
graduating from college and will be taking her master's soon. She's turning 22 next month. Our eldest is Amanda.
Si Amanda,
And then we have 3 boys, Rocco, Nicholas.
Si Rocco yung nakakausap ko lang, di ba? Yung
Yes.
tungkol sa cars, yeah. Pag nagkukwentuhan kami, yeah.
Yes, mahilig.
So, 4 kids and you're running the whole thing. And Ma'am Keri having the foundation. How do you guys balance the time? It's hard to follow him on social media kasi kung saan-saan ka na papadpad eh.
I actually tell my friends, don't follow him na on social media because he's gonna flood your feed. Kasi every day, ilan yung events niya? Like 5 events, dire-diretso. So, yun. But it's good that he updates people so they know he's working so hard.
Yeah, how do you find the time in doing all these things in the day?
Now, Hans, it's really about time management and prioritization. Something that I'm really proud of is that I'm able to balance my work and my family responsibilities. So I'm not just the father of San Juan, I'm also the father of our 4 children. And
Yeah.
of course, I'm also a husband. I'm also a son. I wear so many hats.
Yeah.
So you really have to prioritize. You have to manage your time. And, as early as now, I'll tell you, each time Keri gave birth, I was always there in the delivery room. I cut the umbilical cord of all our kids. And I remember during her first delivery, this was with Amanda, the first thing I asked was, where's the camera? I think we have to go home to get the camera.
You have to memorialize that moment,
So it's really about prioritizing. Everyone naman has something to do. It's just a matter of what is important for you. And I guess something that I've established here in San Juan, kapag talagang panahon ng trabaho. Pero kapag panahon pang pamilya naman. And they understand that. I have never missed any single important event in the life of our kids. So lahat yan talaga napupuntahan ko. And if for those watching, it's not impossible. Depende lang talaga yan kung gusto mo. Kung gusto mo, may paraan.
Kasi most people will say, hindi, Mayor, daming assistant yan, daming staff yan. Pero ikaw lagi nandun eh.
Yeah.
I'm very hands-on.
Di ba?
I'm very hands-on by nature, Hans. So mas gusto ko ako. Iba yung may personal touch. And I think that's what sets me apart from others. Even the littlest things, kahit sabihin mong hindi naman ganun kalaking event, para sa akin, iba yung physical presence mo.
Yeah.
Iba yung personal touch mo. Iba yung nakikita ka ng tao, nayayakap ka nila, nakakausap ka nila. It's different when it's me. I can always delegate, but delegating to others is different compared to if it's really me on the ground. And I believe that's my strength. I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy being mayor. I enjoy being with people. Ang pinaka-gratification dito, Hans, yung alam mo, may nagawa ka para sa kanila sa buhay nila. No?
Yeah.
Some things may be taken for granted by us, but for them, malaking bagay. No? So, lalo na yung, let's say, may mga namamatay, nagkakasakit, no? Pag natulungan natin sila and you see that you're able to change their lives because of the actions that we did, that's what fuels me, that's what motivates me.
Sana walang term limit, no? To hell with term limits. Okay. Guys, mga kong na nakikinig, mga kaibigan tayo.
Pero
Term
ito,
limit,
if I may share, no, malaking bagay si Keri. Also because she has learned how to understand what I'm doing, no? Kasi naintindihan niya na, of course, asawa ko, tatay ako, pero yung responsibility ko sa San Juan is to more than 150,000 San Juaneños. So the understanding that she gives me helps me a lot because I don't really have to worry about, what she would think or what the kids would think because I know they know what their dad is doing, and that's why I also involve them as much as I can. I bring my kids, I bring Keri during the campaign. Yung kids ko involved, so naintindihan nila how it is. I grew up kasi Hans, yung dad ko, no, since 1978, congressman siya ng San Juan. So I was only 1 year old when he was starting in San Juan. So all my life,
you were exposed talaga.
correct.
And,
This is the kind of
talaga.
life I grew up with. No? So at a young age, ganito na yung nakalakihan ko. And it has helped me a lot. It helps me understand people. Very ako broad-minded, no? Hindi makitid ang utak ko. If you notice, hindi ako pikon, hindi ako madaling mag-react sa ibang bagay, no?
Hindi nga nagre-react eh.
So
Diba?
it's really being able to control your emotions, lalo na pag alam mong nasa tama ka, no?
Yeah.
Ako kasi madalas talaga, no, when it's normal that people will try to pull you down, no? Kaya lang, kung sa tingin mo naman talaga tama ginagawa mo,
Tuloy mo lang.
tuloy mo lang because at the end of the day, your mind, your heart, clear, di ba? Wala kang dapat alalahanin. So, yun ang guiding principle ko rin.
Pero,
Can I add, Hans? I think what prepare me in his job now at present is when we were dating, he was already the team captain of the LaSalle team.
Basketball team.
Yes. And he was so, I mean, even until now, he's very disciplined and super hard worker siya talaga. And a team player kasi siya nga yung team captain. And he's very strict with his schedule. Like if may practice, we can't go out that weekend. If he has a game, we have to stay home or he has to sleep early. And
this was back in college pa.
back in
Correct.
college. And he would
You're
be up.
both Lasal?
No, I'm from Assumption. He's from
Assumption,
Taft. And then he would be up by 4:30 kasi ang aga ng practice nila.
Early riser
So,
ka pala
if-
talaga.
Yeah.
Malaking bagay, Hans, yung
Discipline.
basketball experience ko. And like what Keri was saying, we met November 30, 1997. I still remember very clearly.
I saw that
Mars,
photo that
sa-
you posted doon saan kayo nag-date first.
No, sa Mars yun. So,
Sa Mars.
Sa mga,
Boy pa Mars.
Wala nito.
sa mga contemporary namin na nagma-Mars dati. Mars, Euphoria.
Mars, Euphoria. Ano ba isa?
Actually, we set eyes on each other in El Circulo.
Set eyes.
Diba?
Well,
So,
El
doon kami
Circulo.
nagkatinginan. El Circulo and Pasay Road.
Okay.
Up to now, it's still there. But as a restaurant, before kasi restaurant siya na resto bar that people would hang out in El Circulo. Then after that, they would go to Mars. So that's just like probably 500 meters.
So hindi pa kayo magkakilala noon?
Doon kami nagkatinginan sa
No, he was looking
Circulo.
at me.
So sino yung unang tumigil? That's the first question, di ba?
Pero siya ang naghanap ng kakilala para lumapit. Totoo naman eh. So we met
So you were
November
with your
30.
friends and
He was with his friends
Ah,
also.
okay.
And then, so, yun, parang, I got so used to his schedule na nag-carry over na. So when he got into politics, ganun din. Kung may fiesta or kung may significant event, there we can't go anywhere.
Can't
And
go
that's
anywhere.
fine. I mean, you understand. But he makes up for it because lahat ng sem break ng kids or Christmas breaks, he spends a lot of time with us then. Parang we never felt na he's too busy for us. Parang kami pa rin yung priority even if priority din niya yung city or his constituents. Parang magaling siya mag-balance and I appreciate that.
I imagine during the time, UAP so iba yung training level namin.
Yeah.
Meaning we would wake up 3:30 in the morning to practice at 5:15. I would be in Lasal Taft by 5. That means hindi ka pwedeng gumimik. Kung gimik ka, uwi ka ng maaga, tulog ka, or else you're really gonna have a hard time in practice. And I got used to this kind of lifestyle. And it's something that I have brought with me all the way until now. Yung discipline sa katawan, discipline sa isip, no? Now, if I have to wake up very early for an event, I can. If I have to stay up late for activities, I can. It's really about discipline. So malaking bagay rin yung basketball experience ko. And also, before winning 2 UAP championships with De La Salle University, we were also always losing to UST. What did that teach me, no? Yung...
So at that time, it was UST Lasal?
Yes,
Yeah.
always
And
UST
FEU.
LaSalle. Ang
Hindi,
mga...
so, hindi yung isa. Ayun, sige.
sa mga viewers from
Yung ganitong kulay,
the
yung
Ateneo
ganitong kulay,
during the time Ateneo yung sports program nila hindi pa ganun ka strong as compared to now, no? So it was really LaSalle, UST, FEU, yan. Even UP then hindi pa ganun ka strong yung sports program nila.
And
So
they only started winning when he met me.
totoo yan.
There you go. So, it made sense na nagkakilala pala kayo sa El Circulo.
Well, Mars
Mars una.
sa Mars. Nakatinginan sa El Circulo, nagkakilala sa Mars.
Siya lang tumingin.
How long was that, lag between...
1 hour siguro.
Yung bar hop.
So it's the same night.
Yeah, same night.
Akala ko
Same night,
like
same
weeks
night.
or something.
Mga 500 meters away lang yan.
So how, what was the early stages of your relationship? I mean, obviously you were, at that time you were still in college, you were a player.
Correct.
How did you guys manage to, kung ganyan ka stricto yung schedule ni Mayor, how did you manage to even date? Kasi grabe ang schedule ng athlete.
Alam mo ano mas challenging dyan, Hans?
Ano?
Kerry lived in Alabang then.
Oh my God.
No skyway yet.
Wala pang skyway. So imagine,
Service road.
so yung kinakwento ko kanina, meron kami mga 5:15 a.m. practice. No?
Yeah.
That was under Coach Jong Chico. When Coach Franz Pomaran became our coach, evening kami. That means 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we would finish practice at 9. I'd just take a quick shower, travel to Alabang. So from LaSalle, LaSalle Taft, it would take about an hour to get to Alabang. But the worst part there is going home. Kasi pag uwian na, sarado na yung South Superhighway kasi ginagawa na yung Skyway. So, service road ka all the way.
Yeah.
And it would take me sometimes 3 hours to get home. In fact, there were several weekends wherein after going out, uwi muna kami sa kanila, hatid ko siya, no? Pag uwi ko, inaabot na ako ng sunrise talaga.
7. That's true love.
That's love
So, just
built on
imagine,
patience and perseverance talaga.
That was how we were when we started, and I'm thankful to God that the Skyway was built in 1998. Because eventually when the Skyway opened, mas mabilis na yung biyahe. Although hindi pa rin ganun kabilis because portions pa lang ng Skyway yan. Remember, hindi
pa
tulad
buo.
ngayon.
Yeah.
Unlike now, just imagine how easy it is to get to Alabang to San Juan.
Yeah.
Sometimes kakayanin ng 40 minutes, diba? Dati, wow, you're talking about hours.
And that's without accidents.
Correct.
Yeah.
Pag may accident
Yeah.
pa, diba? Tsaka, syempre, tendency nila, early morning sila nagko-construct kapag wala lang masyadong motorist.
Yeah.
So,
Ikaw naman, early
ako
morning ka
naman,
umuwi.
ako ang inaabutan ng traffic. But, lahat yan, I guess, it has helped build what we are now, no? So, 25 years na kami since we met, no? Well,
Wow.
turning 25 years is November 30, and I can honestly say that we have a strong relationship, we have a happy family, and that's something that is really a blessing. Beyond whatever achievements you have in your career, family is family, di ba? Lahat to baliwala, lahat ng achievements mo, lahat ng pagkilalang pwede mo matanggap is useless if you don't have a happy family to go home to. Diba?
Yes. You have nobody to share it with.
Totoo yan. And this is not just rhetoric, diba? It's really based on what we experience. No? Kasi iba yung pamilya. No? We got married at a young age. We had kids at a young age. Ang benefit
How old
nun,
were you when you
I
got
was
married?
only 21.
23, 21 when we got married. But anong good side nun? Yung kids namin, parang magkakapatid lang kami. No?
Parang magbabarkada.
Wala kang mafe-feel na generation gap. In fact, imagine I went with my daughter to watch Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, ito recently, Neo. No?
And our daughter and her friends download his music.
They follow
They follow his Spotify
EDM
playlist.
playlist.
Yes.
Oh.
Wow!
So maganda yung maliit lang yung age gap because you really feel like you're all just siblings and we often go out of town, out of the country. So na-enjoy namin talaga yung being with each other. That's something na nahirapan ako when I was still playing because really, what Keri was saying earlier, kapag may practice, hindi kami makalabas. Pag may game, hindi kami makalabas. Kung kailan holiday, doon natatapat yung game. Especially when I was in the PBL already. Of course, they would schedule games when it's a holiday because people could watch.
People would
diba?
watch, yeah.
So baliktad. Very restrictive talaga yung schedule during that time. And that's something that Keri had to adjust to. Before, because even if we wanted to do things, I would always say, I'm sorry, we have practice or we have a game or I can't stay up late.
So nasaanay ka na.
I got used to it already.
But when you got married, were you in politics na? Wala pa.
Not yet. Actually, I became a city councilor in 2007. But prior to that, I was handling my father's congressional district office in 2004. And then 2010, I became vice mayor up to 2016. 2016, I ran for mayor, but I didn't make it. So in 2019, I ran again. I won already and then won again a second term.
Yeah.
So yan ang aking career path. But I never really wanted to be mayor. Ang pangarap ko talaga dati was to become a PBA player. So, pero I'll tell you this, Hans. From grade school to high school to college and even after college, I was really pushing myself to make it to the PBA. I was drafted into 2001 by Coach Norman Black.
Alaska?
No, Santa Lucia.
Santa Lucia.
Santa Lucia Realtors. I practiced with them for about a month. They told me they would do some trades to sign me up. The trades never happened. So in short, I didn't get signed up. I went back to the PBL. I was taken in by Coach Lewis Ak, Forza Ginebra legend. He gave me the biggest break of my life. And within a month's time, Pure Foods calls me, Coach Ryan Gregorio, and asks me if I had an escape clause in my contract because, halftime pa lang I was double-double already, 15 points,
Wow.
15 rebounds. Because Coach Leo Isaac gave me a big break. So he asked me if I had an escape clause because they wanted to sign me up for Pure Foods. So parang I felt, wow, ito na yung matagal ko nang hinihintay, di ba? Pero sa totoo lang, Hans, I couldn't leave Coach Leo because if not for him, I wouldn't have been given this break. If I weren't given this break, I'm sure Pure Foods wouldn't call me. So I politely begged off because I couldn't leave Coach Leo. And I decided to politely beg off. No? But sometimes things happen. 1 week after, pinalitan si Coach Leo as head coach of my PBL team. The new coach brought in a new set of players, nagbago yung rotation, so I wasn't playing the same way anymore. I called Coach Ryan, asked, Coach, nandiyan pa ba yung offer ninyo? Sabi niya, pasensya na, may sinign up na kami iba. So, I missed the PBA by probably an inch. No?
That was the best miss for the city of San Juan. Diba? That was the best miss for the city of San Juan.
In hindsight, Hans, kung nag-PBA ako noon, baka hindi ako mayor ngayon. Kasi magbabago yung career path
mo.
Yeah, kasi kung nag-PBA ako, let's say a couple of years, seriously speaking, maybe 6, 8, 10 years if ever, di ba? That means hindi ako nakapag-councilor ng 2007, hindi ako nakapag-vice mayor, hindi ako aabot sa point na mag-mayor. So maybe hindi ako mayor ngayon. So looking back, destiny ko na hindi mag-PBA, pero nandito naman ako ngayon. Di ba? So, I never realized it until I reached this point in my life. And all throughout all of this, si Keri kasama ko kasi yung basketball career ko, kasama ko siya. Of course, nagkapamilya kami, nagkaanak kami. Ngayon na mayor ako, magkasama pa rin kami. So lahat ng challenges na to, nandun siya.
So when you got married, naglalaro pa si Mayor noon?
Yes.
Naglalaro. How was it na yung, tanong natin si Ma'am Kim. You have to handle the groupies, yung mga, alam mo, kasi maraming fans, maraming ano.
But Francis kasi he's super loyal. And
hindi, I mean, it shows naman that sa coach lang, sobrang loyal na siya, di ba?
I don't actually mind it because he doesn't give me naman a reason to
To
feel,
doubt.
yeah. He's always, because he's very attentive.
Parang bumaliktad yung show, Parang King Panda is being taught.
Yeah, ever since. That's why I'm really lucky kasi he's very loyal.
It shows naman its character. Because, imagine, andyan ang Pure Foods, di ba? Andyan na knocking on your door.
Yeah.
But yet, you felt, and it wasn't probably because, utang na loob or anything. Yung character mo talaga yun eh.
Yeah, hindi ko maiiwan because...
That's how you think and that's how you process.
And he's also very, I would say prayerful, and I think that really helps. That really helps. Because I wasn't so religious. I would pray, but the usual. It's not, parang I'll just say the prayer. But Francis, when he prays, and this was from the start, like, he really, like, you could really see when he prays with his heart. Like, that's why I got influenced, and the kids also, that we really have to be early for mass, make sure we hear Sunday masses, the processions, the fiestas in the city. He's always present. So I'm really blessed that he's a good example also to the children.
So, after playing, when did you decide na hindi mo na ipapursue yung basketball career?
So,
And go to this side?
Okay. Sige, bigyan kita ng timeline, Hansa, kasi it's easier for you and of course the ones watching to understand.
Yeah.
So, grade school, high school, college, LaSalle. The LaSalle University for college. And then, I played in the PBL for Blue Detergent, then for Wellcoat Paints, and then for Montana Jewels. Montana was the team of Coach Lewis Ack. Prior to that, I was
Sa
with Coach
PBL.
Junel Baculi in Wellcoat. The core of the De La Salle University championship team went to Wellcoat. So we won 2 championships there together with sina Ren Etwalo, kami magkakasama. After playing for Montana with Coach Leo, when I didn't sign up with Pure Foods, I played one more conference, this time with ICTSI LaSalle, coached by Coach Franz Pumaren, and with our core group naman from our UAP team. That was my last conference. That was 2002. I remember that year was when we got married also. So, yun yung final not professional, commercial basketball contract ko. And in 2003, we went to New York. I went back to school. Of course, after graduating college in 1999, I took business and entrepreneurship in New York University. Keri took up fashion in Parsons and FIT sa Fashion Institute.
Yeah.
So, ito yung slow shift out of basketball na. So, bumalik kami to school. Amanda was then turning 1-year-old. And then, in 2004, Hans, before kasi my whole basketball career, sumasama na ako sa dad ko sa local campaign. As early as 1984, I remember I was 6 years old, turning 7. Nagka-campaign na kami. So 1984, 1987, 1992. Starting 1995, I was already training with DLSU. So hindi na ako nakakasama sa campaign. Now, since I had shifted out of basketball already, the 2004 campaign was when I got immersed again sa whole campaign trail with my dad, and parang it ignited this passion in me na
He
wow.
was running for San Juan,
Re-election for congressman,
no?
yes.
Congressman, yeah.
So it reignited my passion for it because yun naman yung nakalakihan ko, no? And I saw it as an opportunity to help San Juan and to take on bigger and more serious things. So what I did was I campaigned for him 2004. I went to Masters sa University of the Philippines. I finished Masters in Public Administration sa UP Ansipag, National College of Public Administration Governance, 2005 to 2006 to prepare myself for a 2007 run for city councilor. So during
Usually baliktad eh. Nag-run muna sila and then they go to school. Anyway, guys, wala akong pinatataba. I'm just saying what the normal course of... Yeah, okay. Anyway, go ahead.
I prepared for it, Hans. Hindi lang ako nag-masters, I also handled my father's congressional district office. So I was doing both schooling and actual work in his office. So I came in prepared in 2007. And that's where it all started.
So may may
Foundation.
may foundation na siya talaga.
Correct. And I didn't want people to say na, kaya ka lang nag-counselor kasi anak ka ng congressman, di ba? So kailangan meron kang sariling credentials mo.
Yeah. Well, normally, if you don't have the right foundation naman, you'll screw up eventually. But usually it happens, di ba? But if you have the proper education, foundation, and you've been taught right, I mean, it shows naman eh. But so this whole thing was happening. You were a counselor, then you ran for your vice mayor.
In 2010. I was
2010.
only one-term counselor. And in 2010, I ran for vice mayor. And then again, 2013. So I was 6 years as vice mayor.
That's usually 3 terms, no?
Usually 3 terms, yes.
Tapos, this whole time, you had, when was the kids?
Well, nanganganak na si Keri. Sunod-sunod. At saka twice siya nanganak na election time.
Election time. Campaign season or election time?
Well, within that
time
summer,
frame.
within that summer of
Season.
Masusundan pa ba na isa pa
Hindi,
nag-campaign
wala na.
ulit?
Okay na, apat na sila.
Apat na. Kasi susunod na habol mo, susunod na campaign mo. Baka, diba? But anyway, so this whole time, how did you that's the thing that I'm very curious about. I'm sure a lot of our viewers are curious about. Ma'am Keri's pregnant. You're running. I mean, the stress of running. Sabi ko nga, in the last, what I learned in school in the US and what I learned in working for these big companies was nothing to what I've learned in the last 3 years, 4 years, or even 5 years dealing with, you get to deal with a lot of people in politics, business people here in the Philippines. It's unfortunately it's very stressful, It's sometimes you think it's a thankless job, but you guys still maintain that aura.
Hans, I think he eats stress for breakfast. I mean,
How?
he enjoys it.
And you don't age. That's a sad part. He doesn't age.
It's not stress for him. It's like he enjoys it. And
I remember the first time I saw, I keep telling my wife, Obama first had the NSA briefing. Paglabas niya sa Drake Hotel, I thought he was white. So namumutla siya talaga because it's the first time you hear about all the problems, diba?
Yeah.
And then if you compare people who go into public office and then when they retire, it's like they age exponentially. Mayor, hindi.
no, he's also very conscious. Yeah, he takes
It's
care
a lifestyle,
Yeah.
Tsaka Hans, you really have to like what you're doing.
Talaga.
If you enter into a career like mine, kung hindi talaga nasa puso mo, masisira ulo mo. Totoo. I'm not kidding.
That's putting it lightly.
No, just imagine, I get 1,000 texts a day, Hans. 1,000 texts a day. And
May special SIM ba binigay sa iyo yung Globe?
Hindi, alam
Kasi
mo, kahit na alam naman ng constituents natin that I have a hotline or my office is there,
Still
gusto pa rin nila yung personal.
Yeah.
So, imagine yung as mayor kasi, you handle everything, no? From the day-to-day operations of the city. Iba yung administrative work, iba yung social responsibilities, iba yung magkasunog, iba yung magkabaha, COVID, hostage taking, and all of these things can
I
happen.
remember Green Hills.
No, I mean, all of these things can happen.
Yeah.
And of course, people expect that you're able to solve all their problems. So mataas ang expectations, di ba? So kailangan talaga you go out of your way to be able to help. And again, if you don't have the passion for this, people
Masisira
will
yan.
see through it.
And you know, Hans, he really gives his personal number to anyone who asks. And they would text him like they need payment for their electricity bill. And you know, and he replies to each one of them. So I would tell him, why don't you assign it to the secretary? He said, no, I wanna, parang he wants to be hands-on. He wants to know their problems. So yun.
Just to share, to expound on what Keri was saying, ito yung difference. Just imagine you have 1,000 texts. I can simply give my phone to my staff and say, sige, sagutin mo lahat
isa-isa.
yan.
Yeah.
Pero kilala ba niya lahat? Alam ba niya yung relationship ko sa bawat tao na nag-text sa akin? Diba? She will just see it. Meaning, she will
The
just see it.
1,000 you actually
He
remembers?
Hindi ko naman
You
kilala
remember?
lahat, no?
Yeah,
But majority, yes. So I would know yung level of importance. I would know sino siya. I would know, ito talaga may sakit ito. Ito, namatayan ito 5 weeks ago. I would know that eh. But of course, kung ibigay ko lang sa staff ko yon,
they don't know.
generic yan para sa kanya. At ang sagot doon, generic din. Di ba? But if it's me, and I would know, oh my gosh, kamusta ka na? Kamusta yung family nyo? Because I would know na nadalo ko siya 1 month ago nung namatay yung anak niya. Mas personal ngayon yung reply ko rather than generic. Yun yung sinasabi kong personal touch chance.
Yeah.
That's something that people value. Naalala ko ni Mayor. Kilala. Ako when I'm out, I know them. I call them by their first names. Diba? I say hi to everyone. Okay na sa akin yung mag-hi ako, hindi ako pansinin, kaysa hindi ako mag-hi.
Yes.
Diba? So, ganun ako eh. Diba? I smile at everyone. So,
and he knows their families. Like, yung pinsan ni ganito, naasawa ni ganito. He knows
Normally kasi, Mayor, pag mga ganyan, like even sa US when I was there, no, yung mga boss, pag may bisita, may taga-bulong. Sabi, that's,
parang devil wears Prada.
parang gano'n, totoo yun eh. Because,
Ako, I don't need
they
that.
don't, ikaw, you don't actually need it.
because if you're hands-on, alam mo lahat yan. Ako, lahat ng media interview ko, no one coaches me. Alam ko isasagot.
Wala ang teleprompter.
Wala. Because alam ko sasabihin ko.
Yeah.
Diba? So,
If you know-
once you're hands-on, kasi like how I am, you would know everything. Kasi ikaw ang gumagawa eh.
How is he at home? I mean, how, kasi, di ba, you have a stressful day at work, and you're one of the few people that I've never seen stressed. At least from the times that I've seen you, no?
Well, at home naman, the only time he gives us stress is when he takes a lot of pictures. Because he documents everything. So,
Baliktad.
everything talaga. And one post, siguro 20 shots. Like, we can't move kasi he wants it perfect. Yun, medyo na-stress kami sa kanya. Pero that's it. I mean, it's a good, naman eh. Maganda naman yung pictures.
Yeah. Dapat maganda yung gallery mo, di ba? Hindi, kaya napapansin ko, sabi ko, madalas pag si Mayor nag-post, just taking time off for the family, we'll be back soon. Sabi ko, nagdi-diffuse. Sabi ko, it's family time.
Yeah.
And like what Keri was saying earlier, no? So, merong traditional holidays naman talaga for everyone, diba?
Yes.
So, let's start off with the Holy Week, and then you have Undas, yeah? And then you have Christmas and New Year.
Christmas,
So,
yeah.
yan automatic yan talaga na I finish all my responsibilities. Sasagarin ko yan hanggang December 25. Diba? But December 26, kapag natapos ko na lahat ng dapat kong gawin, I take a few days off
Family
with my
time
family.
na.
Pagbalik ko, trabaho na naman. So same thing, pag Holy Week, pag Undas, no, ito naman yung mga traditional holidays natin. And that's what I was saying earlier, that people would understand that I'm out with my family.
Yeah.
And that's why I always tell, let's take a picture. because I have to post that we're leaving. But even if we're away, meron akong nakalagay doon na please see the Public Assistance Center or the Mayor's Office if you have any concerns.
May nagte-text pa ba sa'yo pag nakabakasyon ka?
Meron pa rin. Pero significantly nababawasan.
Kasi may post. So next time nakita ko nag-post si Mayor, una tatanong ko gaano kaya katagal ito. Ilang shots kaya ito si Ma'am Keri siguro stress na rin.
Kasi Hans, kung hindi ako mag-post, hindi nila alam na wala ako. So, yung 1,000 exponentially mag-grow yan. And it's harder to reply if we're out of town, baka walang signal, or baka baliktad yung oras, di ba?
Yeah.
And ayokong isipin ng tao na hindi ako nag-reply. So mabuti pang inunahan ko na sila at sinabi ko na, I'm not here. But
How
if you
are
need
you not
anything,
stressed?
because I enjoy what I'm doing. Kailangan mo nga na-enjoy yung ginagawa mo. I honestly don't look at this as a job. I look at it as a passion.
It's lifestyle.
Oo, kasi kapag tinitingnan mo siya as trabaho, parang trabaho na naman, gising na naman ako maaga.
Yeah.
Ako baliktad, wow, it's another opportunity to serve as mayor.
Yeah.
If I may add, no, not everyone gets to become a mayor. Ito, nabigyan ako ng
It's a
chance.
destiny
Galing ako sa talo, Hans, ha? Galing ako sa talo. So, yung pagkapanalo ko, pinaghirapan ko yan. Pinaghirapan ng pamilya namin yan.
Yeah.
We came from a very heartbreaking loss. That's why when we finally won, I told myself, itong 9 years, no, kung talagang bibigyan tayo ng San Juan ng 3 terms up to 9 years, I will really maximize each and every day to be able to do my very best para pagkatapos nito, walang papagsisihan. Sana ginawa ko to, sana ginawa ko yan, di ba? No more turning back kasi tapos na yun para walang regrets, di ba? That's why you see left and right tuloy-tuloy mga projects. You see me everywhere. It's because, the clock is ticking for me.
Yeah.
Hindi naman ako forever dito
Aalisin na yung term limit. So, diba?
Pwede naman magpahinga tapos bumalik ulit.
Hindi, but, you were saying kanina, so coming from a loss and then you ran again, that's after 3 years, ano?
Correct. Yeah.
And then you won.
Yeah.
And something came as a surprise when
that was my diagnosis because I was only 39. That was 4 years ago, and I felt a lump on my left breast, and because my mom was diagnosed 3 months before me, so I was worried. So I went to her doctors, and finally I was diagnosed, but they thought it was early stage. So my doctor was like, "Oh, maybe that's stage 1 pa lang, but we can't tell for sure until we do the operation." So when I got do I tell pa the part? When I was diagnosed pala, so the hardest part was telling them, Francis and the kids, because really when you're sick, parang I don't know, with me kasi I was more concerned about them more than myself. So so when they did my biopsy to know if it's really cancer, and I felt na it was na talaga, I was texting him, and he was in the hallway of the hospital, and I said, I think it's positive. And then when I went out, I could see him crying. And he's so big, diba? And he was crying in the hallway, and I was like, it's okay. But I felt so bad talaga. But he was also my strength all throughout, because so after the operation, I was actually stage 3. So it was really hard.
After the biopsy,
After the biopsy, I had my operation. Then I was diagnosed with breast cancer stage 3. And I felt like, I wouldn't have been able to go through chemo, radiation, hormone therapy if it weren't for him, because he's been so strong for me. Like when I was diagnosed and going through chemo, he was doing his campaign, and at the time I told him, don't announce it na lang first kasi I want you to focus on the campaign. I don't want people to be talking about my condition. So maybe after na the campaign, after the elections, then you can tell people. So imagine, people were wondering then where I was, and he was campaigning the whole day. Then at night, syempre, I was so weak from the chemo, he would comfort me and we'd be crying together. Tapos the following day, early morning na naman, tapos campaign ulit. It was
Walang tigil
really...
yan .
No, Keri was diagnosed February. And that time I found out that we were crying the whole way of Makati Med, and I didn't care if people were walking kasi talagang imagine that's the worst thing you could ever hear,
Yeah.
na ang asawa mo na diagnosed is stage 3A, breast cancer, so very advanced, and it's something we didn't expect. And it was happening 1 month before the start of the campaign season na hindi mo naman mapopos yung yung campaign, di ba? We had to go through the whole process, and this was I coming from a loss the previous election. So just imagine the balance that we had to make. Tapos ayaw nga niyang malaman ng tao. So hindi ko naman ma-explain sa tao. Imagine na
You're holding that
morning
in.
nagkikimo kami, sinasamahan ko siya sa chemo niya. Tapos hapon, magka-campaign kami hanggang gabi. Pag uwi ko ng mga 12 or 1, iiyak kami for 2 hours. Tulog akong 3 or 4, gising the next day, ganun na naman. So, and I had to put up a strong face sa campaign. Hindi naman ako pwedeng umiiyak habang nagka-campaign, di ba? At hindi ko rin mapaliwanag kung bakit there are times na yung emotions ko talagang mixed, because imagine I was pushing for us to win, and here we are doing chemo in the morning and worrying about her because she would text me and she would cry because this is the first campaign hindi siya nakasama sa akin. Kasi nung vice mayor ako, councilor ako, sumasama siya sa akin. And people started asking na saan siya, hindi ko naman masabi.
Alam mo na may mga tao.
So
talagang,
may speculation na naghiwalay daw kami, nag-away. No, I'm not kidding, Hans. Because, syempre, wala siya eh. And hindi ko naman ma-explain kung bakit. Di ba? So, ang hirap ng balance na yun. No? And all throughout this ordeal, nag-strengthen talaga yung bond namin. And like what I was sharing to you before the start of the show, no? We won the elections, pero may sakit naman siya. So parang sinasabi ng Diyos na balanse sa buhay. Sige, we will give you this victory, but may kapalit.
Yeah.
Diba? And I guess it's also God's way of testing your faith. Diba? Kasi sabi ko naman kay Keri, sometimes when she worries, diba, I challenge her. Meaning, we pray, we trust God, diba? Then we shouldn't worry. Kasi nagtitiwala nga tayo, diba? But again, of course, iba ako dahil hindi naman ako may sakit eh. Siya may sakit.
Yeah.
So kailangan ko intindihin yung worry niya, yung anxiety niya, because it's different, diba? We will never really understand how it is because it's not us.
It's not us. How did the kids handle it? I mean,
they cried when I lost my hair, but that was their main concern, my hair. And they were really strong for me. I mean, they would pray with me, which I appreciated a lot.
I had to really keep everyone strong kasi kapag makitaan kami ni Keri ng weakness, ng
the kids
fear,
will follow,
hindi, kahit siya, she will get demoralized.
Yeah.
Diba? So kailangan merong manatiling strong, or else mahawa siya into the whole emotional
spiral,
breakdown, and it's not gonna help. So yung sinasabi ni Keri kanina, chemotherapy, radiation, mastectomy, total hysterectomy. She's been through 2 surgeries. 3 surgeries, pati yung
all
pagdala ng
local,
port.
dito na lahat.
Yes,
all here. But all throughout, the family has remained strong. And the kids, of course, syempre, wala naman sa amin gustong mawalan sila ng magulang, di ba? Ang hirap. Ang hirap. Ako, di ba? Just imagine every day that we have to face this challenge, di ba? Kasi kahit sabihin mong 4 years out na siya, the reality is it can come back. Diba? So she has to maintain healthy lifestyle, constant monitoring. Every time meron siyang PET scan, all of these scans and tests, the anxiety builds because hindi mo alam anong result.
Wala man nalalabas.
Diba? Hindi mo alam.
Yeah.
Like recently, kakapunta lang namin sa hospital. Hindi mo alam anong lalabas. So, madalas nga sinasabi ko sa doctor, Doc, can we get initial results? No, kahit wala kaming official result.
He's
Kasi,
gonna talk to the gynecologist.
And then toxic yun eh.
kasi ang hirap yung naghihintay ka, di ba? Tapos may malaking question mark.
Yeah.
So, every now and then, kapag palapit yung scans, yung tests, ganyan ang naramdaman namin. Then kapag maganda yung result, magte-taper off yung anxiety, tapos babalik na naman kapag malapit na. So, ganun, it's really a cycle.
When did you find out you were nag-full remission siya? Mabilis naman
After a year, I had a
After a
PET
year.
scan and it was clear. And
Wow.
thanks to God and Mama
Yeah.
Mary that this is my 4th year and it's been clear. So I'm so thankful.
That's why she also set up the Keri
The
Keri
foundation,
Foundation.
yeah.
Sabi ko, magandang opportunity for her to give back to the community, to the people who have prayed for her, who have supported her. Tsaka, ano kasi siya, she's a living example. No? She's a living example of someone who had to go through all of this and yet has come out stronger with more faith. And of course, yung experience niya, we want to share with others no, na hindi dead end ang cancer, diba? That there is life beyond it. Sometimes ako, I may share, no? I tell her, okay, you were diagnosed, you went through all of this. Ako, perfectly healthy ako. But can I say, next year, healthy pa rin ako? Can I say, tomorrow, buhay pa rin ako? Hindi rin naman eh. Pwede namang hindi ako diagnosed with cancer, pero pwede akong mabarel bukas. Pwede akong masagasaan 1 month from now. Pwede akong ma-heart attack. So, is there any difference with us? No. Pwedeng ikaw, na-diagnose ka 4 years ago, pero all the way until matanda ka, mag-survive ka. Ako, pwedeng healthy ako ngayon, biglang ma-stroke ako 1 month from now.
Yeah.
Diba? So, it's really a mindset thing. Diba? Na hindi naman natin talaga alam hanggang kailan tayo mabubuhay. So, constantly, we try to clear her mind. No? That's why also it helps that we go out of town, we go out of the country. It's part of it really is changing yung scenery for her. Diba? Kasi kapag nasa ibang lugar siya, mas less niya inaalala.
Wala kang iniisip eh, and you're constantly looking at new things.
Yeah, pag nandito kasi kami, pag natutulog na ako, nagbabasa siya ng mga cancer diaries, gano'n. Tapos sabi ko, maybe you should read less because she worries. In fact, she'd tell me, the people I'm following, they just died. I'm like, oh my God, ano ba? Huwag ka naman magkwento ng ganyan. Diba? Kasi hindi nakakatulong sa ano natin, sa psyche natin.
I have a suggestion. Pag tulog si Ma'am Keri, i-block mo yung pina-follow niya. Parang, bakit wala na? Hindi ko mahanap. Binlock na.
Sabi ko, ba't nako-concentrate ka dun sa namatay? Ba't di ka mag-concentrate sa buhay pa rin?
Tama nga naman.
Diba?
Glass half empty, half full. Yeah?
Correct.
No, but through this whole time, what would you say that kept you strong and kept you together and kept you... Kasi, there are times, couples, we're not perfect by any means, but I guess that's when you can tell na talagang tama yung pagsasama. But there are times talaga na tinetest ka and people break down eh.
He's always been consistent kasi hands from the start. Even when I was bald, he would say, "You're so pretty." And that helps because I love my hair. My hair was so thick and long and I lost it. I lost everything, even my eyebrows. And he would still make me feel like I was so beautiful and I appreciated that.
Totoo naman.
Very good, very good.
This is the whole point of this show is to humanize the people. Because, Mayor, you can't help that when people see public figures, when people see people in power, people who are sikat and stuff, they always think the life is perfect. It never is. That because you have
Never
to...
is.
There's a constant, struggles that you have to deal with. Hindi lahat, sabi ko nga lagi, we're just in different stages in life.
Yeah.
But all of us face the same roller coasters,
Yes.
the same problems, highs and lows.
Correct.
So, you just, like you said, you just have to learn how to balance it out. Like in golf, you play golf. Pag tumira ka maganda, huwag kang matuwa masyado. Kahit pustahan tayo, susunod na tama mo. Pasok sa jabong yun, di ba? So especially in Wakwak East Course, di ba? Nauubos yung bola. But it's amazing to see na, somebody as public as both of you still are able to maintain that the core values of the family, and you're together and you support each other.
Well,
No?
of course, we are thankful to our parents, the way they brought us up. Diba? Lahat naman to, dependent din sa upbringing. Diba?
All starts from the house.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And ako, personally, I try my best to be the best husband and best father I could possibly be. And it's really about leadership by example. Diba, sino ako para magsalita about keeping the family together kung ang sariling pamilya ko hindi naman
maayos.
together?
Yes.
Sino ako para magsalita about staying fit and healthy kung hindi naman ako fit and healthy?
Marami ganun, man. Marami. Pati coach, may ganun.
Sino naman ako para magsalita about anti-drugs kung nagda-drugs ako?
Tama.
Get it what I'm saying? You have to really walk the talk. Diba? No one is perfect, but iba pa rin kapag may credibility ka. Diba?
Talaga.
And that's something you really have to maintain because the moment you lose your credibility, that's it.
Ang drug mo si Ma'am Keri. What keeps you going, diba? So no, it's amazing. Like I said, we will lobby for the removal of term limits, but it's amazing to see the other side of somebody as public as both of you and somebody who's really, kasi ang hirap Like, I was telling Gina, we follow you social media. Sabi ko, andun si Mayor. May konti lang dito. How do they maintain the life? Which is, you answered today. So
You should follow my Facebook more than Instagram because mas updated si Facebook. Mas may hilo ka sa Facebook. Yung Instagram, very delayed pa yan
Nakafollow ko. Tsaka Instagram, kailangan talagang perfect yung photo. Di ba? Kaya nga na-stress yung mga take the picture. Di ba? No. Last final words. Do you have any advice? I mean, I'm sure we have people here watching in our followers who are watching na going through certain times in their life na how do you, anong advice na mabibigay nyo to keep it together?
Well, siguro I'll start with family is family. Okay? Never do anything that will destroy your family. Okay? Kasi kung sino man yung mga nakakasama natin, diba? Kung sino man yung mga nakapaligid sa atin, minsan nadidistract tayo sa reality ng buhay, diba? But I have seen the people who have stuck with me dun sa low times ko diba? At gaya nung pamilya natin, sila yung mananatiling kasama natin when all of this is over.
Yes.
Diba? When you're alone in your room and you realize na ikaw na lang yan, di ba? Iba pa rin yung nandun ng pamilya mo to be with you because masaya kapag ang
maraming kaibigan, marami
in victorious times, okay, masaya. But in times of sadness, di ba? Yung family talaga will remain there.
Always there.
What am I trying to say? Do your very best to keep your family together. I'm not a perfect person, but basta alam mo na ginagawa mo lahat para sa pamilya mo. Like si Keri, minsan nga natatawa ako kapag parang sometimes I tell her, you have nothing to worry about. Meaning, for the last 25 years, I have remained very loyal and I don't think I have to prove anything anymore. Diba, in terms of loyalty sa kanya at sa pamilya, diba? So, wala siyang dapat alalahanin sa aspect na yun. So, going through that framework, that mindset, if you do something also that will ruin your family, diba? Hindi mo na mababalik yan sa dati. Diba?
Yeah.
Yung scar will always be there. So, that's something that I really want to maintain, especially now that our kids are growing up. Sabi ko at some point, kaming dalawa na lang din maiwan sa bahay. Naman kasi imagine,
malalaki na sila. Your youngest is how?
Well, young pa, 10.
10.
Oh, but 22,
Pero ang bilis
18.
yan.
Yes.
22, 18, tapos mag-13 na si Nicholas, mag-11 na si Noah. So
Rocco's how old?
18.
18 na. Oh.
So they're growing up really fast. So that's just something I wanted to share with everyone watching. Family is family.
Okay.
Me, after having gone through everything, first, prayer works wonders talaga. Praying the rosary has helped me with my anxiety and really strengthened my faith also. And second, family, to allow people to help you. Because before, parang I felt like I didn't want to disturb anyone, parang I can handle it. But actually opening yourself and accepting help really maybe helps you heal faster also, and you feel lighter. What else? And I guess after um after everything, and like now I'm better, giving back. I think that's also what I want to do and what I've learned, that I want to share my blessings in order to help people manage whatever they're going through, health wise or emotionally. I want to be there for them. Thank you. Oh, and also, can I remind the women to do their mammograms yearly? Thank you.
Kasi minsan at a certain age, you really have to do maintenance, no? Yung especially...
Actually, they say when you hit 40, that's when you start doing your mammograms. But I was only 39, and if you have history in the family, then you should do it earlier. Well, if not mammograms, at least sonograms. That's like ultrasound of the chest.
And you have a foundation, Ma'am Keri. It's Keri Cares. Keri?
It's called Caring
Keri
Foundation.
It's what's the Instagram handle? It's
Caring
Keri.
Caring
So guys, follow the Instagram account Caring Keri for everyone watching.
Thank
so
you.
please follow the foundation. We will do what we can, and I urge you guys to support, especially mga taga San Juan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Mayor, thank you very much for gracing us with both your presence. This was very enlightening.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hans.
So, guys, there you go. Follow Mayor Zamora's Instagram account, pero mas active daw yung Facebook. So,
may TikTok din ako.
I know. I saw your TikTok account.
But I haven't...
Nag-follow na ako dun sa TikTok account mo. Nakita ko bigla lumabas.
My daughter was like, that's not how you do it, Dad, because he's always reporting. It's not TikTok, Dad.
Pero yung TikTok kasi hindi siya dance-based eh. Mas mas parang...
Marami naman like CNN does. Ako nga, paggabi, I don't watch the news anymore. I watch TikTok because
it's fast.
It's fast, and it's yung important events lang.
Correct. Yeah, filter
so,
siya.
Mayor Zamora has a TikTok account. So, you guys follow, but the Facebook account is verified. So, madali naman. Actually, maraming fake accounts. Pero yung fake accounts na ginawa about na may Mayor Francis Zamora, walang verified logo. So, wag niyo i-follow yun. May check mark.
Yung Instagram was verified.
Yeah, verified. Facebook, I think yung...
Basta yung, if you guys want to follow, please look for the Mayor Francis Zamora with the one that has 207,000 followers. Yes. Kasi yung iba, mahilig silang gumawa ng fake account ko, tas post ng kung ano-ano.
Marami talaga. People just have so much time in this country. And I blame the telcos because of free data. I think yun free data. Kaya sila na.
Yung Instagram ko is verified. That's Francis Zamora 30. So at Francis Zamora 30. Yeah. Same with my Twitter. And yung TikTok ko naman is Mayor Francis Zamora.
Yung pala tatanong ko sa'yo. Why number 30?
Mayor Francis Zamora ba?
Was that your number?
Okay. Yung 30, okay, ganito story nila.
Guys, saking Panda Talks lang yan. Wala sa iba, wala sa CNN yan.
Sige. So, originally, nung naglalaro pa ako sa Lasal, jersey number ko was 16. Okay. So, 16. So, when I played in the PBL for Wellcoat, someone took 16 already. So, I was looking at a number na significant din. No? Then, I realized na we met November 30, 1997. And after 1 month, December 30, 1997, naging kami. Our daughter was...
Pinahirapan ka pala na isang buwan. 30.
Tapos our daughter was born June 30, 2001. So 30 became a very lucky number, and I've maintained that until now. So swerte yung 30 na.
Number 30. Wow. So guys, you heard it first. King Panda Talks. Mayor, thank you very much. I know you have an appointment, but thank you very much. Ma'am Keri, thank you very much. So guys, that's a wrap. King Panda Talks, episode 15. See you guys.
Thank you.